Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. Oh shit. Woo, Wes, how you feeling, my man?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this show.
So excited. I was tell Wes before the show, I just hit a home run. I just hit a grand slam at this little honey hole of mine. We're doing Terrificon. We're doing these cool Frazetta videos. I tell Wes I'm on comic book high, you know? Like, it's just the comic book thing is going great right now.
Yeah, it's been a crazy past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm happy to have all our homies in the chat. All right, first, I just want to propose a toast. By the way, I could not find any sunglasses, so that's why I didn't throw any on. But let's get this right away. All right, out of the blue. I'm a little, as you can tell, this is a big show. But
oh, jeez.
I was supposed to do that, but I want to call a toast. And I want to give a big thank you to a lot of people here. And if I miss you, I'm really sorry. But all right, I got some sticky notes. I want to give a thank you to the Pretzel Defects. I want to give you a thank you to the Spine Ticks, specifically, well, not specifically, but especially Sith Lordly and Lady Sith, the best couple in comics. I want to give a thank you to 3 Minute Basement. I want to give a thank you to Something Wong. I want to give you a thank you to Sean Miller. I want to give a thank you to Team Nerd Herd. I'm going to give a thank you to my Uncle Rudy. I'm going to give a thank you to BX Boxer, Thorough, East Meets West, Universe X, Terry JSA, Johnny Dakota, Sean Miller, Glenn 2K, Back Issue Pauly, Nelvis Eats, Johnny Rosado, Shadow Rabbit Clay Guy, Desire Comics, Erod, Jose Gonzalez, Alex Garcia, Harry Old Fat Guy, Aegis Comics in Alaska, Amazing Murfinator, Streetside Anthony, Barry Gary, Uncanny Squag, Chinmo, Knight of Ren, and if I missed you, I'm sorry, but that was just a long list.
I just gotta say, is this what it's gonna feel like at Joey's wedding when he's giving his speech?
Yeah. Anyway, cheers to that. Water, of course. But I want to give a big thank you to everyone because we just are so grateful. And
for everybody always supporting, reposting.
Yeah, this community is great. And we have a really big announcement. So let me just get right into it.
Yeah.
Specs is teaming up with CBSI, and with that, we introduce our special guest, Ben C, Mr. CBSI himself. What is up, my man?
What's going on, fellas? I'll try to keep it clean.
We keep it PG-13, being PG-14. But yeah, how's it going, man?
It's going. I'm excited. Obviously, my first introduction to you guys was a Writer Wars, where Joey dropped some future specs in everybody's head. I honestly had no idea until I was talking a Weekend and Matty Forge, and they were like, he's like 16, 17. I'm like, get the heck out of here. It's the first time I've ever said the word heck, too. I told you, I'm keeping it clean for you. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be fun. You guys are good at what you do, and it's refreshing because you guys have that excited perspective of people who are ready for comics, not people like me who have been in it too long and can't see straight anymore, man. Matty Forge knows what I mean.
I appreciate it, man. So yeah. So I was telling Ben this, but I was on the phone with Jay, and I'm on the phone with him, and I get a notification on my phone. I get a text message, and it's from Ben, and he goes, "Hey, man, what do you think about doing a spot on CBSI?" And I just start flipping out. I'm like, "Oh my God, Jay, I gotta go, dude." And it happened. I'm really happy. We love CBSI. I've been reading you guys for a while now. I'm just really excited. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Doing Sleeper Keys. What I did with the Writer Wars, we're going to be doing every other week. Sleeper Keys, second Saturday and fourth Saturday of the month.
Yes, every other, somewhere like that.
Yeah. First one is going to be dropping Saturday, the day of Terrificon, so that'll be fun. And then also, I'll do once a month. I'm going to be doing Confessions of a Comic Hunter, and that's just going to be like, I'm hunting. I hit an absolute grand slam today. Like, I'm really excited to share this with you guys. And this dude has like 40,000 books, and he's piecing them out 4,000 books at a time and putting them in a yard sale. So I went to his first yard sale, spent like $500. Everything's $1 a book. Spent like $500, and then he gives me a call and he says, "Yo, since you and your dad bought so many books last time and were so good to me, every single time I have a yard sale, I'm gonna let you guys pick it out before it actually goes up to the to the other people." So basically, I'm picking dollar books out, but they're actually like there's some freaking big modern books in there.
It's all about making those connections, and it's working out for it.
$1 a piece. So that's going to be a great series. I'm going to do a series on that. We're going to be doing the Sleeper Keys. I'm so excited, man. I'm super excited.
Yeah, when Joey first messaged me and was like, "Hey, like CBSI just messaged me. This could be big."
He didn't believe me
too. It was like
he's like
totally wasn't expecting it, but it's awesome that we're doing it.
Ben, thank you so much for hooking us up, man. I'm really excited to do this.
I appreciate you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on the show too. It's gonna be a really good one. Let's go over the chat. So, first off, we got my man Something Long in here. I gotta give you your blue wrench at some point. I'm not even really sure I'd do it, but I'll do it. We got Uncanny Swag in the house. What is up? We got my man Terry JSA in here. What is up, my man? We gotta have him on the show at some point. We got the Star Wars man himself, Sith Lordly. We got Comics Talk Weekly in here. What else we got? We got Chimo in here. What's up, my man? I'm going to see you at Tripicon too. I'm so excited for Tripicon. We got James Watson in here. We got who else we got in here? We got Murph in here saying Tripicon or bust. What is up, my man? I can't explain how excited I am. And then we got Everything Nerdy in here. That's a new name. What is up, my man? And we got Jay in here saying his ears were ringing.
What up, weekend?
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. I don't think I've been ever excited for anything more than freaking Tripicon this weekend. But yeah,
I'm so jealous of you being able to go.
Dude, next year.
Yeah.
Next year. We're gonna be bumping elbows with Starlin in the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Jay, man. That's my freaking boy. Can't wait for Tripicon. Hey, guys, first round's on me. I'm excited. I'm telling you, my arms feel weird. I'm on a comic book high after this freaking grand slam of a collection, and then this show. I'm on a comic book high, and then we got Tripicon coming up. It's gonna be great, man. Great week. Poor West can only go to Alpha like right?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to be able to go to Toronto in October if everything clears up. So.
Yeah. There you go. You think Jed McKay might be there?
Maybe that would be cool.
Shout out to Jed McKay. He just dropped Moon Knight 1, and we interviewed him a couple months back. Shout out to him, man. But yeah. All right, let's get into our show. There's our big announcement. Let's get into the show with our special guests. First up, Loki, man. We're going to be giving a little bit of spoilers, obviously. But, Ben, what do you think about this finale, man?
Oh, I haven't seen. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. I think that enough time's gone by where everyone's decided it's a Mortis. My counterpoint to it all is it doesn't matter. Avengers 8's the book to own. It'll never not be the book to own. And welcome to the market, people.
That book spiked like crazy.
And for what it's worth, this last episode was better than the Black Widow movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like the Black Widow though. I dug it. I didn't like
things they could have done better, but
yeah, I dug it though. It was a good for what it was.
If you told me it was an action movie and my wife and I went and saw it, I'd be like, man, what a great action movie. Yeah. The second you put that Taskmaster nonsense in my face, I'm out. 7 thumbs down.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
disappointment.
I forget where it was, but I think in an interview I saw one of the like writers or somebody working on the production of the movie was like, a comic accurate version of Taskmaster wouldn't have fit into the movie. So don't use the character then.
Don't make the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, and we got Loki season 2.
Yeah.
That's happening in a while. I think maybe 20.
Well, it was confirmed like a couple months ago, but now it's official. So
So Ben, do you think Kang is the next big bad?
The next, I mean, like my hope is still that we get Doom sooner than later.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kang leads to Doom. I think all roads lead to Doom. I think the whole Mephisto sneaky nonsense was pointless.
Yeah. I'll tell you
or,
what.
or it's like Kang is more the cosmic villain, and then Doctor Doom is more like the on-Earth villain for two different storylines. I could see them doing because that's kind of how they're going with splitting it up. So
I think we get Ultimate Doom.
Oh, that'd be badass.
The white suit, the white armor Doom.
I obviously want Doom, but I don't want Doom before I buy my FF5. Is what I'll say.
Because then it's out of reach.
Dude, that book. I'll tell you what. See, I'm really thinking about selling my Avengers 8 and try. No, you're saying no.
Get on out, yeah, dude. That book's terrible. Sorry, like Avengers 1's terrible. Like those aren't real comics. Those aren't real books. Like Doom is forever a book. He's the best villain in Marvel, right? Short of like Hobgoblin. I mean Green Goblin. Like you have nowhere left to go but up on Doom, right? Kang has nowhere left to go but down, or maybe a little bit of an increase to people that want to overpay for a Silver Age book that's readily available and a garbage for like. I'm sorry, I'm so negative about it, but it's
no, I like it.
The book spiked. Doom's got nowhere left to go but up. It's never coming back down. Kang gonna be $100 a point like this time next summer, and if it's not, it should be.
All right, well, I just made my decision. I'm flipping.
Yeah, getting rid of it.
Flipping it towards another book, though.
I'm getting a Green Goblin. I'm gonna get a Green Goblin. That's my book. Yeah, two favorite villains: Green Goblin and Doom. The Doom for me right now is out of reach, even in like a 1.0. Like that book is. I posted on my Instagram story the other day. Looking at those prices makes my stomach sick.
It's like $1,000 a point, right?
It's like I think a 3.0 is like above $8,000.
Yeah, I saw a 3.0 sell for 8,500.
Get out of here.
Here, let me pull up GPA.
I would have pulled out my collection. I got 2 Raws and 2 Slabs. I would have replaced the Star Wars garbage. I thought they were like $1,000 a point right now. That's ludicrous.
I'll tell you what, that book, and you know what's crazy about it is it's almost up to FF1 level. Like it
should be. Think about how early it is.
You know.
Think about how early it is compared to what's around it, and then look at the price of FF48. Which is 4 years later. Yeah.
Plus the warehouse, the Mile High 2 collection, right? There's much more. We're going to use the warehouse find. I saw your meme about that the other day. Let's check out a FF5. 3.0 last sale $8,725.
Good God, Wes was spot on.
4.0 last sale in June of $11,779. I can't even imagine that amount of money. You know, I think FF6 is still undervalued because the other thing about that is it's obviously second Silver Age Doom, second Silver Age Submariner, very early FF, super great cover, but it's also the first super villain team up, which is like it doesn't pull as much weight because if you look at the what is it, number 13, FF13, Hulk versus Thing, I think
12.
It's 12, yeah. That's the first superhero team up, and that book goes for crazy amounts just for being first Hulk versus Thing and first superhero team up.
Yes, the reason that book goes for money though is because Hulk Thing are it's just forever. It's like that. It's 115 or 112, whatever the black cover is that they're fighting.
Gamma cover, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that
That's
fighting cover is always going to be a classic cover, so it'll always have value.
absolutely.
By this time, by February, next February 2022, I'm gonna try and have. I have a Marvel Superheroes 20. I don't really have any of the Doom keys though. I need to grab a Annual 2, a FF5, obviously FF6, and then
Well, what Doom keys are there besides first appearance and origin? Or is it just like covers and stuff?
that FF64, that super classic cover where he's in space. That's a pretty good one. I saw that one's trending up a bit. I have a signed copy of Joe Sinnott versus on that.
The first few appearances, like whatever it is, the 20-something, the one before the X-Men crossover, all that stuff, Avengers 25, 26, 24, whatever the blue Enter Doom cover is,
Yeah,
all that stuff's going to take off.
I think anything Silver Age Doom, those few Daredevil appearances. I think I'll tell you what book I don't like.
Oh yeah, amazing Murfinator, ASM5, like great call. That book, grossly undervalued.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I love the story on that book. I love Steve Ditko, I love Spider-Man, I love Doctor Doom. But that cover, oh my god, I just can't get over it. I really can't.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
This is one thing Joey talks about a lot is this cover.
I do talk about this a lot. It looks like he's taking a shit on the cover, and it looks like Doom has this weird man. I do not like that cover.
That's one of the first books I bought when I got back into collecting. Yeah.
I mean, I obviously got to get it just because I'm a ASM trying to complete my ASM run and Doom fan, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of the book, not a fan of the cover. We got my man Guy Forge in here. What is up?
The guy.
My guy.
I love how him and Weekend both just hashtag pressable.
Yeah, right.
Hey, gotta get the marketing out there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so I think Kang and dude, you know what? So on our first episode of Sleeper Keys, which is Saturday, this Saturday, we have a Kang related. All 4 books are Kang related, and we have some hardcore sleepers, and one specifically, which is relating to Ant-Man, that I am kind of like 99%
One of Joey's favorite books that he.
This is one of my. I'm bullish on this book, and I'm probably going to grab like 15, 20 copies at Terrificon. I've never.
I hope for Terrificon.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. But I'm going to grab every single book, every single one of those particular book. I can't reveal it yet. Yeah, so that will be our first Sleeper Keys. Is going to be very much Kang related. So that'd be cool because I think obviously he says my variants are coming, so you got to look at.
Yeah. And and he says some people called me a champion, a conqueror, different stuff. So.
A ruler, which is obviously Rama Tut, conqueror, obviously Kang. So, dude, just looking at all Kang variants, I think is in play.
Yeah.
But,
and what I'm really looking forward to seeing is just Jonathan Majors acting as like multiple versions of Kang in like the same scene.
Dude,
that's going to be really cool. Like, because each of them will have different personalities and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. His
acting in this final episode was crazy. After that episode, I was on my living room floor, and I just kind of sat there, and I was like, "Damn, that just happened." It was pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty overwhelming. But great episode. Ben, what would you rate the series out of 10?
I love this. I absolutely loved it. I thought I was the jerk who, and that's the first time I've used that word. I was the jerk who on Scarlet Witch. What was that show called? WandaVision?
WandaVision.
After 3 episodes, I was the one petitioning for it to end. Like, just pull the plug, guys. And then it got good. And then the argument is, you should have just released the whole thing because that show was garbage up until it got good. This show, right from the get-go, Owen Wilson,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man. I love
We
it.
should have gotten a WoW, but save it for season
Yeah,
2.
right.
What about you guys? You dig this?
I really dug it.
Yeah.
It really set up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like I was already hyped for like Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange, but
Mm.
after this and the multiverse, even
Yeah.
more excited for Multiverse of Madness. Like it's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's going to usher in the horror.
oh,
I
Yeah.
really do. I think this is what's going to bring in and connect the Werewolf by Night movie, Blade, Moon Knight to a degree, but like I think we're getting Ghost Rider, right? You can't not.
we're
Disney's
getting Ghost Rider, dude. That book's hit the stratosphere though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig the cover. I love the character. I think that Marvel Spotlight 5 is like the best Ghost Rider cover, which is cool. And I don't know, but just that 9.8. How much that 9.8 sell for? $215,000. Something.
I never respected Bronze Age. I started collecting or investing in 2011, 2012. Only went after low grade silver keys, blue chips. And man, I mean, I probably should have gone after high grade. I think high grade bronze did better than low grade silver. And low grade silver, I mean, X-Men 1 was like, I think I bought 4 or 5 at $1,000 to $1,500 a piece for 2 to 3 years. Yeah. But 9.8 Ghost Rider, 9.6 Spotlight 5s, Hulk 181, 9.4 was like
It's ridiculous.
$4,000, $5,000, like at its height
Jeez.
back in 2014, 2015. Now they're like 30-ish, right? Or that's the 9.8. Either way, like there's so much more room on bronze, and it's arguable that it's a better investment. Though you look at the X-Men stuff, and I want to puke because, like, dude, giant size, that book.
$60K, 9.8.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like, what was
And I think
that
it still
one
has
that
weight.
the
I think
first
it still
appearance
has
like,
weight. I think it might, you know?
yeah,
You're
well,
right,
what's like
Wes,
the
it's
first
his
appearance
first
of the
appearance.
Hellfire Club is like a $10,000 book in a 9.8 now for no
Yeah.
reason.
129 Kitty
Is
Pryde.
that Hellfire? Because it's Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost, which I get. But
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah. And
they're still abused.
Yeah. $10,000, 9.8 for Bronze, the first Kitty Pryde, and yeah, whatever. That's kind of that Bronze Age X-Men. I want to grab those, but high, like the 9.6, 9.8 range is tough. I think I'm just gonna go for 9.2s, 9.4s, raw dogs. I don't know.
You're raw dogging it. You can look at. I look like a genius because I all I bought was 8.0 bronze stuff because I was like, yeah, this is garbage and it's cheap because it's a VF.
Right.
Now who's laughing at the $25 Tomb 10?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
oh man. Yeah, that's a book. I think I'll tell you what, I think Blade, like, you know, I was thinking, Ben, especially, sorry to bring this up, but when you said you sold your Avengers 8 for
$1,200.
$1,200,
3 months
Jeez.
ago. My bad. It was an 8.0.
oh,
It was a gorgeous 8.0.
that made me think, kind of hard, had me thinking, like,
This guy's an idiot.
no, that had me thinking, like, yo, you can make, like, you know, obviously I like speculating on characters that haven't come yet. You can still make really good investments on on characters that have already been confirmed. You know, I'll tell you what, I think Blade is a go. I think Blade is a buy right now. I think he is going to be the face of that horror. You know?
Yeah, I think Ghost Rider, but I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blade's definitely how they're going to introduce like vampires, Dracula, maybe even where we get the Morbius crossover too.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, Marvel horror, that I'm going after that Terrificon. I'm gonna make it Wednesday. I'm gonna drop a what I'm looking for Terrificon video, and definitely some Marvel horror, some Hannibal King. That's
Is that 45?
I think, yeah.
Hannibal King 45 is good, but it's already the sneaky plays are 3 and 25 for Tomb.
Yeah.
Three's Van Helsing or whatever the Marvel version's called.
25
Yeah.
is Deacon Frost, right?
Yes. I think those are two grossly undervalued comics. And then
I
the
know,
Werewolf by
but-
Night run has some.
You got
Well, that
also.
whole Tomb of Dracula run is awesome, even without the keys. So
Yeah, I'll tell
Some
you what.
fantastic covers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was doing some digging, man, and those. I think it was the Curtis. Did Curtis publish the magazines at the time? I think for Morbius stories, Blade stories, and Dracula stories. There's some sleeper keys in there, man.
Yeah. Like
like-
Vampire Tales 2 and
Yeah.
yeah,
We had
people know, but
Yeah.
they don't know. People have no idea. The problem is, and then Kang's a perfect example. You don't know everyone thinks. I mean, I myself was like $1,200 for NATO. Get on down the road. Give me my money. I'm like, dude, rule 1, don't sell until there's an announcement. That's like I don't know, 5,000-6,000 now. That's all that Marvel horror that people are like, $100 for an 8.0. I don't know, dude. And you're like, oh, it's 1,200 now. Like Hannibal King, Werewolf 11, Werewolf 13, Tomb 3, Tomb 25. I gotta stop because I'm buying these books still. I don't need competition.
I'll tell you what makes me a little sick is there's a 9.0 Hannibal King Mark Jewelers
oh wow,
sold for under 400, but sold for $394, and I freaking wish I bought it, and I don't know why I didn't. And yeah, I don't know. That's my miss out story because I think Hannibal King is just that's my guy. You know, that's my
You say that's your miss out story, like your big missed book.
no. That's I haven't.
It was like
I haven't.
oh,
I've missed some. I especially at this.
Star Wars Clone Wars one.
Oh my god! All right, well, Ben's here. We gotta tell this story. All right, back in the day, about a year ago, right as soon as, or a little bit more than a year ago, kind of when Star Wars Dark Horse stuff was getting hot, right? I'm a big estate auction guy, so I'm always checking this site. I won't give the site away. I'm always checking this site where I find my estate auctions and blah blah blah, get books for really cheap. And I was busy that week, and my mom was nagging me about an English paper, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna forget about comics for a week. I'm gonna miss a week of comic books, but you know what? I gotta do this paper. I gotta get all my stuff. I gotta get my math. I gotta do back work on math. Blah blah blah. And so then the one night I'm looking at AuctionZip. So I just told my site. The one night I'm looking on my site, and I see this what auctioned off that same. It auctioned off earlier that day. All that Dark Horse Star Wars, and look at the top right there, Clone Wars 1.
yeah, not to mention the coder next to it that runs in there.
Yep. So that's my missed out story. And comic guy, like I kind of know the auction guys, the guys who go around the auction circuit, and they're all Silver Age guys. I don't think I think those sold for pennies on the dollar. I think they sold for nothing. But
yeah,
I
because
don't
they
know.
would have just seen Star Wars and thought it was nothing.
in 90, people sleep on people. I feel like some older people, they just see 90s, it's automatically trash.
Yep.
There's some gold in them hills. You know what I mean?
It was like that forever. It was like that throughout. So I made that first appearance list January of 2020. From November 2019 to like March 2020, I bought stacks. Never paid more than $5 for a book, and I bought stacks. And like 5 or 6 of these for $25.
Jeez.
All that nonsense, all the hard to find stuff.
I see that Legacy 1, or is that Legacy 1 or 2 up there?
This is one. I got a stack of these as well. Like all this stuff was just.
I love that third print. That's such a hard to find book.
That's the money book.
Yeah, I have
Get one. First.
I have a third print for number 2, or for number 1, and a third print for number 2. And for the number 1, I found it at this same honey hole I was talking about. I found it for $1.
That's forever,
wow.
all this stuff. It wasn't until the end of last summer, all of a sudden, everybody doing comics was a Star Wars expert.
Yeah.
And
That's what
then
it
all
seemed
the
like.
books took off. And it was fine. Dude, CBSI, I give credit to those guys. Man, that list helped shape how people collect because it's all first appearances.
Oh yeah. Well, whenever I go into a shop, I'm usually hunting Star Wars. Like every time I go in a shop, I hunt Star Wars, and I just pull out that list, go through the bins. I found some nice books just because, and the Star Wars stuff. There's so many of it, and it's like super hard to really keep up here, and that list is definitely really helpful. We're gonna get Star Wars in a little bit, but let's get into our next piece of news. Is Storm in Black Panther 2 who Michaela Cole could be playing? This Michaela Cole got casted for Black Panther 2. People are speculating it's Storm. I didn't really see. I don't know. What do you think, Ben? You see Storm?
Honestly, it's something that I see Storm. Like, if you're going to bring Storm in through Black Panther, don't you need T'Challa?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like,
Yeah.
I'm with Terry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the book is for Storm is X-Men 102. Is it 102? It's that Juggernaut cover. It's her origin.
Oh, no kidding.
Is it 102? Oh, I gotta look it up now, man.
I have a little stack of that raw bronze 94 to 150 I found in my own honey hole for $1 a book.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
It was stupid. I was like, it's like a near mint 129. Like,
it's oh my god. Yeah, it's 102. It's the first, and it's also the first battle of Colossus and Juggernaut, and then it's Origin of Storm, and I think there might be some first Black Tom Cassidy. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not good with X-Men.
I'm not. I mean,
I'm good with silver. Bronze again, man. I think 94 is garbage.
I like the bronze X-Men more than I like the silver X-Men.
Yeah, the Claremont stuff.
Well, dude, I don't know. Like the silver.
The cover to 12 is one of the greatest covers in comic books.
Dude, I have it.
Juggernaut, the Sentinels book's muff cabbage, but the rest is good, man.
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that old team. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Beast is kind of
Yeah, and Iceman and
yeah, fair enough.
Joel and,
But Magneto is that Doom level villain,
Yeah.
right? Like, who are the giant, like, earth-shattering villains? Like Thanos, Doom. I mean, like, they're making an argument for Kang. I don't feel it, but like,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
that's a good
this
book.
is the book. This is the Magneto book you should be buying right now.
Besides X-Men 1.
Well, but the X-Men 1, it's totally overshadowed by, obviously it's an X-Men 1,
Yeah.
For Magneto, I don't know. I feel like it gets overshadowed by all the
We're
other
specifically focusing on Magneto, not all the other guys in that book.
I mean, but then you look at X-Men 4, his second appearance, but that's also the first Scarlet Witch and first Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Overshadowed. This is his first appearance. We were talking about ASM 5 earlier, and I compared this book in my article. This book I bought for $180 for a 5.5.
Wow.
Is the first Magneto outside of the X-Men title, right? So I have GPA pulled up right here. And it is also the 6th overall appearance of Magneto. And ASM 5, so we're comparing Doom and Magneto. ASM 5 is the also 6th appearance of Doom. So it's basically the same.
And Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, true. In my opinion, it's basically kind of like the same book, except I don't like the cover to ASM 5. And last sale on a 5.5 on ASM5 was $850, which I think is actually a little cheap.
I was going to say I'll buy that.
Yeah, I think
That sounds
yeah,
really
I got a deal actually. Last sale on a 6.0 was 1,700. So
Those are those weird numbers that the break in
oh yeah.
gold and silver. Like the break in gold's usually 4. Used to be 6. Silver Age used to be 8 was that pinnacle, and then it dropped to 6 real quick when people can't afford books.
Yeah, Murph wants me to highlight myself. Ladies and gentlemen, grab this book. Grab this book, man. That's the Magneto book. In my humble opinion. I think that has the most, I don't know, that has the most room. How do I get myself back here? That has the most room if people catch on to it, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I dig Storm. I don't know. I don't see it happening.
If not, then who is it?
Probably just some Wakandan or something.
I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I mean, like,
Wakandan or something.
well, like,
Probably Wes.
well, like, they've already got enough big name characters in the movie, like, whoever's going to be the new Black Panther, Shuri, the love interest, I forget her name, and, like,
Yeah.
unless they're really going to drop out with a mutant, like, who else could it be?
But we're getting Namor,
Yeah.
right?
That
Like
too.
we're getting Subby and Black Panther too. So like, then do you have to backtrack and figure out? Because I agree, Shuri needs to be the next Black Panther. Recasting feels off.
Yeah.
And I'll
yeah,
tell
they're
you.
becoming my life.
I'll tell you what. I don't think I don't. People were saying, oh, they're going to explain T'Challa not being in the movie because Submariner killed him. I don't know. I feel like that would be in kind of bad taste. I don't think they're going to
Yeah.
do that, especially since Submariner's a white guy. That's probably not the best idea.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I don't know. That would just be, I don't know. That'd be weird. But it sucks. Obviously, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. It just sucks we have to even think about this because I wish he was still Black Panther because he was a freaking killer for the role. But
Yeah. Although I feel like Ryan Coogler and the other writers are going to find a good way to explain it. And
they'll figure it. Yeah,
they'll make it work.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Next piece of news. I don't even know what we got on here. Oh, we were talking about Werewolf by Night earlier. Kevin Smith says Marvel Studios has plans to use Werewolf by Night. And you know what, man? I love posting on Instagram about Werewolf by Night, so I can use Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. I love that song. But yeah, this book popped off
Yeah.
crazy.
Like $600 mid-grade raw sales.
Yeah.
Like that.
And Ben, and you also posted about the Golden Age. What was it?
The Marvel Tales 116. That's the first Werewolf by Night.
That is that's
It is. I mean,
Is it the same
always-
character or
No, it's just.
just
I don't
different
believe
name?
it's not Jack Russell.
I don't think it ever gets into who it is. It's just a story in the cover, but it's always been. It's like Groot. If you go back to Tales 13, man, Groot's just some tree dude from another planet that comes and tries to mess people up.
Yeah.
But that's the book to own, right? Hulk Annual 5 is worth a kick in the pants right now because nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah.
And that
This-
I believe
Spotlight 3. That's the book to buy right now. 3 and 4. Jesus, buy 4. 4 is what's his
Forrest
name?
Darkhold, right?
Who?
Forrest Darkhold, right?
Yeah.
And but the story on that. What was it? Tales 54. Marvel Tales 54.
Oh, Marvel Tales 116 is Werewolf.
That's the story. The actual story is called Werewolf by Night. So like that is But I don't know. I think
Seems like there's a few different books to pick up.
oh yeah. I mean
You can't buy that book. That literally the 0 on eBay, 0 sold in the past 90 days. Like,
hold on.
you go after this, you go after Spotlight 3, Spotlight 4, Werewolf 11. I'm gonna stop because all that, like, again, 11 and 13, I'm still chasing.
Hold
Now I'm
on.
gonna pay more.
You know what I do is whenever I see a book I wanna spec on, I
You write
screenshot.
it down.
I screenshot it into my camera roll. So I have so many different books in my camera roll, I can't find it. Oh my god. Hold on.
I started
Alright,
buying
anyway,
up the Italian.
Started buying what?
The Italian Spotlight 2.
Oh, did you?
It's from like 6 months after Spotlight 2.
Is that what does that run you?
There were 2 copies on eBay for $80. I bought them both.
Oh wow.
So what is it going to run the next person? I don't know. A few hundred, I hope.
That seems like a good deal, man.
So,
What's Werewolf 13?
13 is what's her name? It's Taboo. Is that something? No. It's not worth buying. Nobody should ever buy 13. It's garbage.
I'll tell you what's a good. All right, here we
Totally
go.
let me buy them all.
Number 3. I'm not saying anything else. Werewolf by Night, number 3. Good book to own. Did you
And
say
the new variant. No, I said Spotlight 3 because the trickle down will make Spotlight 3 expensive the way that
Oh yeah.
Werewolf 33 and Spotlight 6 and Hulk 180, even though it goes backwards.
Dude, I'll tell you what. 182. I saw a double cover on Instagram sell early at 5.
Wow.
What was it? A 5.5 double cover?
Yeah,
No,
I believe so.
7.0? I don't know. Anyway,
It
double
was
cover.
higher than 5 at least.
I think it was a 7.0. Sold for like $500. It was a double cover, and I think like that dude.
book's. You think you get a deal?
Dude, well, I don't know if you got. I don't know about the 182 specifically, but the numbers. I looked at the numbers, and he paid for a double cover less than what he would have paid for a single cover.
Yeah, I mean 182. The problem with 182 is it goes 181 giant size, 180,
180.
X-Men 94,
Yeah.
then maybe 182. If Wolverine was on the cover of 182,
Forget about it.
the book could be real. Yeah, that's why giant size is so expensive because it's got Storm, Nightcrawler, and Wolverine. Right
That's
there.
such a classic cover too. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. See, 94. He's not on the cover of 94, right?
No, 94 is garbage.
I don't like that cover.
The book's terrible.
I don't know.
I'm old and jaded. Sorry.
We got Ben on here, man. He's dude. You're very opinionated. We're gonna do our segment. Guess what grinds my gears later? Family Guy. So yeah, you'll like that. But anyway, Marvel Horror, it's going down. And even Mobius said we brought in
Vampires.
and vampires. I mean, it's going down. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you guys, Kid Collector Comics, spot on. Amazing Fantasy 10, the second volume.
That's his daughter, right?
That's Vampire by Night, right?
Oh, Vampire.
Isn't that the vampire book?
Oh God, I gotta look it up. There's so looks like
Oh,
There's so
I mean,
many different.
in my head,
Yeah, what it is. First appearance of Vampire by Night, cousin of Jack Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, great call. Great book. Great call. Absolutely. And then go back 2 or 3 issues and grab Female Scorpion.
Oh, okay. All right. So what else we got on here? Vincent
Yeah.
D'Onofrio, rumored to reprise role of Kingpin in Hawkeye. I am very excited for this.
I
What do you
mean,
guys
if Daredevil's going to be in Spider-Man, it makes sense. So,
I mean,
and if they involve multiverse stuff, they can just say he's a variant, and then
that's what I always do. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, I don't know. I think Kingpin, they're doing their on the ground villains with Contessa, and then they're doing their cosmic villains or their multiversal villains with Kang.
Yeah.
Kingpin is the on the ground villain, in my opinion. Like not on the ground, gritty street, New York street taxi driver, mobster, villain. You know, I think, yeah, I don't know. I really love, and I loved him playing it.
And could Contessa maybe be working with Kingpin?
Yeah,
Like, they're-
dude, I could see it. Terry saying, "Grab your ASM 50s."
Yeah.
Oh my god, that book, man! I need that one too. There's so many books in so little time. I gotta grab it, man. But you know, Ben, what do you think about this, man?
Oh, I think they're just layering thicker and thicker how to bring Daredevil in. So once he shows up in Spidey and Kingpin's acknowledged to be in this MCU, we can get a Daredevil show back on Disney Plus, right? We can get the Return of the Punisher through Kingpin, through Daredevil.
Yeah.
I have no high hopes whatsoever for Hawkeye. I know everyone's in love with Kate Bishop and the new blonde from that terrible Black Widow movie.
Yelena.
Yeah. And that's all good, man. Everyone, you know.
I sold that.
But I don't blame you.
Well, you know, like that's. I don't know. I like. You didn't like her in that movie?
She was fantastic. She was the best part of the movie, but it didn't change the fact that
the best part. Yeah.
They took one of the coolest villains in Taskmaster and were like, "Hey, do you like it? Do you want it? You get nothing." It was like, "Oh, you ruined my everything." So.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. Hawkeye is like. I don't know. I'm not a Hawkeye fan.
Well, he's always been one of the lowest Avengers. Like
a D-list.
He's a guy with a bow. Like he doesn't have anything like special powers. So
I don't know.
Well, I guess you could argue his aim is
He's
special.
Moon Knight with a bow.
Moon Knight with a bow. Yeah, there you go.
We want to trash Moon Knight too, because there's another garbage book.
Oh God! Oh, we're getting into it. Jeez, that I can't believe how high that is.
It's illogical. I mean, it's logical because everyone keeps going. That's the Batman of Marvel. Like, who cares? I want the Spider-Man of Marvel.
Right.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I'm excited for that. Damn excited for the Moon Knight show, because Oscar Isaacs looks like he's gonna be kicking ass. But
yeah, and apparently it's supposed to be like a darker, grittier, like Netflix Daredevil was. Like
I like the kind of street level. They're like characters like Daredevil kicking ass in the streets, Moon Knight kicking ass in the streets, Punisher kicking ass in the streets. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that book is just too high for what it is, because before they announced the show, did anybody really care about Moon Knight?
Oh God, yeah. So that's a problem. That book
he's always had a cult following of fans.
A cult following, but
that book took off like 4 years ago because everyone started going, "We're getting them on Netflix." Which
really?
That's how you create a show, right? That's why we keep being like, "We're getting Revan," like because we're not until we keep telling everyone we're getting Darth Revan, and then we're gonna get them. So
if we do, that would be awesome.
Coder 42. I hate 9, but I'll let that be because I'm grumpy.
Well, I think we're gonna be going into some Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
Rumor: Star Wars finds its live action Ezra and Thrawn. I cannot freaking wait for this show. It's gonna be in Ahsoka, I'm guessing.
Thrawn's gonna be the villain of Ahsoka.
Thrawn is such a badass, and I was never. I was I love Star Wars, obviously, but until. I love Star Wars as a kid, watched Clone Wars, obviously watched the original trilogy, everything. But then I started getting super deep into it after Rebels. That show kicks ass, man. And then I'm getting into the comics, I'm getting into all this other stuff. There's so much.
I know Sith is probably writing a comment about it right now, but the Heir to the Empire trilogy books, if you want Thrawn, that's where you read for Thrawn. So
yeah. Dude, see, here's the thing. Who's that actor for Ezra? Mena Masad. I really don't like the looks. I don't know. I don't think he'll fit him. I don't know.
You got to get him out of his 80s hair and in the costume, because that's how I felt about a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Once they get the makeup and the outfits and all of that, it'll.
Yeah, I think Ezra, I think the little 14-year-old who growing up, and that dude looks like a phone ass man.
Well, Rebels happens before A New Hope.
True, yeah.
Where Ahsoka is going to be happening 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so he's going to have aged.
So he's going to be old. He's going to be old. Yeah, okay.
And on that note, that 5 years post Jedi, that's Dark Times, or not Dark Times. Excuse me. Jedi Academy, The New Order, all those Dark Horse books that they can source that they're acting like they're not going to, but that New Republic era, that's 5 years. That's when this is taking place.
Yeah.
So those are the books to watch because everyone's already paying top dollar for Rebels, Kanon, 1, 6, 12, like all that stuff. It's all.
Speaking of, we got this.
Crazy.
This is the first appearance.
Yes.
No doubt in my mind. But we got some other jackasses who wants to say that it's his. No,
it's because they're invested in 6. That is literally what
exactly. They have.
I'll call it all out. We've said it before on the site, and I'll say it now. Everyone going hard on 6 is because they missed 1, and then some other YouTuber with a gargantuan following started doubling down on 6. Like, man, let me get my glasses on. Foolish.
Dude, I'll tell you what. If we look at this chart here. I don't think that rumor didn't really boost the book that much. Did it? A little bit? It didn't do anything crazy.
No. Well, it was already at such a height that it probably wouldn't have.
I'll tell you what. 90-day average of 366 and a last sale of 325, and that graph is looking stagnant. I think this might be a buy. Ben, I think
Second print's the buy. Second print's the buy. Makes no sense whatsoever, but that's what the market keeps deciding is whatever the rare, or the buy really is the 1 in 25.
Yeah.
Right? Like, assuming that's not, if it's under 500, that's the buy.
For any first appearance with the 1 in 25, that's the one to get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed. As long as they haven't spiked, like Clone Wars. God, well, 9/8 of 1 last March were like $200-$300.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to. There's 2 Star Wars books I don't own: Clone Wars variant and Bane variant, Jedi Sith variant. Because I'm terrible at life. I was like, $50, $100. I don't want to pay that. Like, give me those Sweet Coder 31s. Like, yeah, my bad.
What's the Jedi Sith variant?
The Dynamic Forces 2500 issue 1. It's first Darth Bane.
Oh.
And it's got Bane on the cover, and it's like a grand raw, like 8.0 raw.
Yeah.
My bad.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is gonna happen. This Kanan or Ezra, this whole team, Sabine, gonna happen.
Oh, definitely.
100%. 1,000,000%. I'll put it at that. But yeah. So then we also pulled up, obviously, the number 6, which the market is saying is the book. But, dude, another one that 90-day average of 763 with a last sale of 650. I see these Star Wars books kind of dipping a little bit.
Yeah, well, there's no Star Wars show going on right now, so nobody cares.
Exactly. And that's Wes. Remember about 7 months ago, after the end of Mandalorian, we said, don't buy right now. Wait 6-7 months in the summertime. And we said this multiple times. Wait 6-7 months in the summertime when, the Loki stuff's going on and when all these other Disney Plus shows and not everyone's focused on Star Wars. I'll tell you what. When does the Obi-Wan show come out?
Early 2022.
I think this winter, once that Obi-Wan show comes out, oh my God, it's gonna go crazy. Like, everyone's speculating, oh, Mephisto's going to be in WandaVision. That book freaking doubles.
Yeah.
I think that same shit's going to happen with the Obi-Wan show.
Well, and the thing, the Obi-Wan show too is it's been rumored and hyped about for like 5-6 years. People have been wanting it, and they're finally making it. So it's probably going to be one of the biggest Disney shows.
Yeah, six is first cover. Yes, it is very cool. It's a very cool cover. But yeah, so going on along with that theme of Ben, you look like you want to say something.
All I was going to say is there's that Star Wars Adventures 7 as well.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, and number 5 too. Like, if you read that story, it goes okay. In Kanan 1, the first panel, they're all sitting there, they're all having a conversation, and then Hera says something about a planet, and Kanan like goes into a flashback.
Yeah,
and then that's what goes on for the next 6 issues, and then at the end of 5. He goes back to the real where he's actually at with the rebels, and then 6 they go and do this stuff. So I don't they are a part of the story in 1, because if she never said that about the planet and they weren't going to this planet,
they wouldn't have had to.
They're a very important part of how he drifted off into this old memory, and it's just I don't know.
The things
it's almost like people haven't read the actual book.
Yeah. Ben, what was that?
I don't know if I should be repeating it.
Oh, we've said
the power of 15,000 YouTube followers who don't check your information that you spoon feed them is strong. Right? Like, how many books end up getting hit on alerts because they, oh, it's this, it's that. No, it's not. No, it's not. Check your information.
Let me. No. Oh no. We.
Well, that's a whole nother rant you could get into.
I know.
Let me share my screen real quick. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be a sheep.
That's how it goes.
Don't be a sheep. I don't know. Anyway, Kanan 6, shit book.
But worth owning. I'm not like by no means is it a bad comic. It's just not.
It's a good story.
It's not what we're calling it.
Yeah. And then going along with this whole Star Wars is dipping. Vader 3. Ben, what do you think about Afro Man? Are we getting her?
Oh yeah, Marvel doesn't create stuff not to give it to you, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And
right. Like we didn't get Dirge back in canon to not have the Bounty Hunter show at some point, to not have him show up on the Obi-Wan show, the Acolyte show that needs to be a Sith show. Like he can show up in Ahsoka. There's so many places. But
Boba Fett, he could come in.
I'll tell you what.
Right.
This book is. I'm gonna try and grab a 9A at Triplicon if I see one. I didn't see any at Little Giant. Little Giant. I didn't even see any raw.
Shout out to that show.
Everybody's probably holding it.
Damn, dude, that was a great. That was my first show ever, and that was freaking crazy.
The Little Giant show was your first show ever?
Yeah, I was.
That show's bonkers.
I mean, it's all freaking comic books and comic art.
Literally.
I was freaking digging through long boxes for like 8 hours, and that was heaven, man.
I
sold
all the footage I saw from you and other channels. It looked like it was awesome.
Yeah, Pressable covering it. We're doing it again this August 21st.
21st. Oh man,
we'll have the Pressable coverage again, and
right before I go back to school. I think. I hope not. So you sold X-Men. You sold X-Men 1 at the show?
Oh yeah, I sold an X-Men 1 and a Daredevil 1 at that Little Giant show.
Oh wow!
Did you sell that to oh my God, who runs it?
Who what?
Who's the owner of Little Giant?
Jason.
Jason. Did you sell that to Jason?
No.
Oh, okay.
Respectfully, love Jason. No, I sold it for 85% of retail in cash.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's nice to have cash.
Very few people want to do that. Very few dealers want to pay that.
Right.
Where people looking to buy that book want that discount all day.
Yeah. I sold a my God, a New York's World Fair 1939 to Jason. Really good dude.
Jason's a great dude.
And he actually gave me a deal too because I got 2,000 in cash and then 800 in store credit with him.
Jesus Christ!
So I went ham at his booth. I grabbed a ton of ASM. I grabbed
Is that where you got the Iron Fist?
No, that wasn't where I got the Iron Fist. Speaking of Iron Fist, I'm grabbing another Iron Fist, man. I grabbed Luke Cage at Jason's booth. I spent probably $1,500 at Jason's booth alone. That was it. And dude, that wall, oh my God, that was crazy. Anyway, we're talking about Aphra.
Little Giant, so good.
So, dude, I mean, again, this is a buy all day. 90-day average of 488. Last sale 400. This book is not climbing. This book is flat. This is just buy all day, man. You know what, Ben? What do you think this cover A first print can hit once we get an Aphra on the big screen live action?
I don't know. I want to say $7. I want to say $1,000, but it's probably like $7-ish, $750. I think you get into the real money when you hit the incentive, the 1 in 25.
Yeah. I should have brought a slide for that, but I did bring a slide for this book, the fourth print. Super hard to find. I like the purple background. Not. I saw that. I saw also you posted second prints aren't first appearances.
No, yeah, that's a rabbit hole. Like, but it's they're reprints of the first appearance, but it's not the first time the character shows up. So like, it's fine. I don't care. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. A book doesn't have to be anything for it to be expensive. People want to like the fourth print because it's rare. Right on.
Yeah.
But let's call it what it is.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
The fourth printing of Vader 3. It's impossible to find. Rock and roll. But like Kanon second print, like those Ultimate Fallout 4 second prints, you're buying Hulk 182s, not 181s.
I don't know why Ultimate Fallout 4 second print is not more expensive.
Because one is so grossly overvalued right now. All due respect, but sweet merciful Christ.
Like we haven't even seen them yet, and it's
like
$2,000.
And the print run is magnanimous. Like, true story, I bought out a dealer. It wasn't a dealer, it was at a shop. He used to let me in the back room and buy whatever I wanted at cover price. That's another story, though. My God, Bronze Age books at 75 cents. Like,
yeah.
Whew. I bought 100 and something copies, sealed UF4s from him.
Oh, jeez.
Like, all at cover. This is like 2016, so I sold every single one of them for $20 to $50.
That makes
it might be bitter because of that, but he's not the only one that had that. Yeah. He's not the only one holding on to it. The number of people who are like, oh, I got Ultimate Fallout 4. Like, some collectors might have one. All these speculators, flippers, investors have a stack. When it's time to get rid of these books, you kill the market, and it's not a theoretical.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's coming back to earth. There's no way around it. The print run is gargantuan, and the only reason it's staying up, it's what happened with Magic and Pokemon cards. You find out what you want that you think's going to do well, and you corner it out, and you own a couple hundred. You and 17 other dudes own a couple hundred of it, and all of a sudden, it's $1,000 book on eBay.
Yeah. Right. And I'll tell you what, I think I saw a post on Facebook. It was someone probably had 100 copies of that UF4, and they had like probably 5 1 in 25 to Jervix. And I think the caption was everyone wants to buy, but nobody wants to trade. Who has an AF-15 and wants to hop on the Miles train? Choo choo.
Yeah. So who wants to make the worst trade ever?
Right. Yeah. Right. I don't know. That book's crazy. We got Joker in the house. What is up, my man? 7 o'clock. They're going live. We should catch that show. People always have to. Yeah. Dude, I was talking to a guy, and he said, I bought some books for him. Off him. I bought some pre-code stuff off him. But he was pretty integrated in the community. He like pretty much knew what he was doing, and he had a deal with. So I always go to the Second and Charles near my house, and I never find shit. And I'm like, why am I not finding anything here? And I talk to this guy, and he tells me, oh, by the way, if I was like, yeah, I go hunting at Second and Charles sometimes, never find anything. And he kind of chuckles, and he's like, that's because me and my boy pick out everything before it goes onto the floor. And I'm like, oh, well, that's nice to know. But he said he found like 10 copies of that in there.
Jeez.
Killing. And a Newman's 98 and a freaking, I think he found a Djurvik too, but I don't know.
He didn't find books like you found. I saw what you found.
Yeah, well, that's for later on then. we're not
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, that was a good find. Grand Slam today. But anyway, I think Vader 3 bye.
Yeah.
100% bye.
Well, I mean, and if you want to add the like female character part to it, Disney's really trying to get with the diversity stuff. So,
Dude, and Aphra, dude, she's just a badass, Like I think if they do her right on the big screen, that could be big, man. And you know what else I think is another good play? I think there's a 1 in 100 Aphra #1 for her first solo series, and that's really cheap. That might come up on a Sleeper Keys pick later. We got Night of Ren in the house. What's up, my man? All right, what else we got on here? Oh, hold on. Let me roll this. Let me roll this clip.
Other news, after several grueling days of frightening uncertainty, I finally get my period.
Well, Diane, I'm sure you and your brother must be devastated by the loss of the two-headed offspring that might have been. We now go to Peter Griffin for You Know What Really Grinds My Gears.
Thanks, Tom. You know what really grinds my gears?
You guys know what really grinds my gears is this bullshit. That's exactly what it is.
yeah.
Ben, I saw you post on CBSI about this, and it got taken down. I didn't know.
Oh, did it?
Who's like, you know what grinds my gears? Whiny little. Oh man.
Say it.
I told you I keep it clean. I'm a man of my words. Yeah, I posted this on CBSI, crediting who I took it from, which in turn led to the person who originally posted it and took the picture of their LCS. He played it out. He told me, oh, hey, one of my mods, dude, you don't have a mod for your Instagram account. Stop being a dirty, dirty liar. Like you and your big Instagram account, you got me. He's like, oh, I reported it for like copyright, like intellectual property theft.
Okay, then.
So because Instagram is operated by a bunch of robots and you literally can't get a person on, they take this nonsense down. But then I make a post calling the dude out, trashing him, and Instagram's like, you're good. I'm like, that's cool, Instagram. You're the worst.
I didn't even know that was the thing. I didn't even know, like...
It's nonsense.
It's
absolute butthurt nonsense. Guy reached out asking for credit. So I was like, yeah, not a problem. He's like, okay, thanks. By the way, I think one of my mods reported you. I'm like, what? 2 minutes later, the post is down. I'm like, this doesn't exist. This only happens to me.
What the hell is it? Like a moderator as in like a
someone to handle his account? Like, dude, you're not that big. Settle down easy.
I didn't know they did that shit on Instagram.
And then you look at it and he's got like 20 followers.
He had like 10,000, but in reference, we have 18 something. It's just my hippie ass running Instagram. It's not like I need a team of mods. Like, hold on, guys. We got to see if anyone's breaking the intellectual property. So that said, first of all, man, you want credit for a picture you took in the LCS? Like, get off your high horse. And yeah, this is nonsense. I had a store that used to do this to me every time I'd go in. He'd be like, hey, just so you know, those prices, those aren't the real prices. And I'd go, just so you know, That's in violation of state law.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I saw somebody post that it like changing prices at the register is literally illegal.
it is wildly illegal. Like in 37 out of 50 states. Like,
Jeez.
Oh my god.
yeah, dude, it's like decriminalize weed, man. It's a well-known thing. Like, you don't do
Hey, you
it.
got to move to Canada then.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm in Massachusetts, brother. I am in Canada.
Yeah.
Like this practice is nonsense. I don't care. I mean, there's so frustrating. There's no like, you want eBay prices? Right on. Price all your stuff at eBay or sell it on eBay. But you want me to bring up a book to you so you can be like, $4 sounds cheap. It's $8 on eBay. You can have it for $8. Like, you can't possibly stay in business that way, can you? Like, strike aside all the greedy, piggy nonsense that this is, and just from a strict business sense. If I walk into a shop and see this, I'm either trolling the bejesus out of the guy by bringing up like 40 books from every possible section and mixing them all up.
Yeah.
And then when he prices them, I'm like, dude, I'm not paying you that. And I leave, like, have fun putting them back.
And that
Or
is it not right? Like just like you said, not only is it like freaking like what's the word I'm thinking? Just
greedy
and dumb and immoral. I don't know what's the I don't know. I can't think of the word greedy. Yeah, but also I think the maybe $10 that you upcharge a book. If you do that to somebody once, if you do
You're
that,
going to lose the customer.
you're losing my business forever.
Yeah.
So why would you be greedy and get the $10 now instead of having that person come back for you for years and buying?
Yeah.
books?
So in the long run, you're going to lose so much more.
I don't understand how people. I guess maybe shops just don't realize that what they're doing is effed up and that they're gonna go out of business because none of the customers like them. I don't know.
so few people actually do this, and the ones that do aren't going to be around. Like, so I sold, or I still sell Magic cards and Pokemon for a living. That's right, I'm living the dream. 43 years old, and I can sell Pokemon champ. There's a bunch of stores. I'm in Mass, so we have like 12 LCSs that I can hit. A couple I'm not allowed in.
God.
Politics, man. But I have a really good relationship with 2 or 3 of them that will say to me, hey, we got a bunch of new boxes in. Go through them. I get to buy stuff at cover, and then I tell them why. And then they go to their back stock, and they're like, right on. Ben bought a copy for $2. I'm going to sell this one for $20.
Right.
Everybody wins. Everyone's happy. And for what it's worth, it's usually like a $30 book because they want to sell it.
Yeah.
If you price it by eBay, what is the incentive to buy it in person outside of a blue chip?
Right. Right. If I wanted to pay eBay prices, I would freaking sit in my underwear, watch Scooby Doo in my living room, and buy off
With
eBay.
cereal.
Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, you know? But I had a shop do this to me, and I've never been back. I pulled out a New Agents of Atlas 1. I had a bunch of books. I pulled out a New Agents of Atlas 1. I really like to speculate on. And I'm like, oh man, I found another one of these because I found like probably 10 or 15 or 10, around 10 copies else at the other shops for cover price. So I'm like, oh, really excited. Okay, I got one from this shop now. Go up, and he's like, he looks at it. He starts typing something in the computer. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way this is actually happening. And he goes, yeah, this is going to be 30. I'm like, dude. And but the thing is, like, their shop is so effing messy that they didn't even know they had it. Like, and they didn't have like the in the box I grabbed it out of. It was just new stuff, new books, nothing silver or bronze, and everything is cover price in there. But then when I grab out a New Agents of Atlas 1 and bring it up to the counter, it's $30.
Because he knows you.
Well, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does actually.
That's what happens to me. The guy next to me can bring up 30 books and get out the door. I come up and they're like, whoa.
Yeah. I also brought up this, and I swear I really dug in there because their shop they had like like Tums, like for your like acid reflux. I'm digging through a long box, and there's like a Tums in the box.
Like a loose one, or
no, like the bottle, like an
oh,
old
jeez.
bottle. Like, and I looked at it, was like 5 years expired, and there's like a couple left, and I'm like, that's freaking weird. So, and this box, yeah, right. This box hasn't been gone through in, I don't know, 10 years probably. The bags are super old, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I grab out a Daredevil 181. I'm like, okay, this is a cool book. It's pretty minty. I like Elektra. I like Frank Miller Daredevil. I'll pick it up. And this book they had no clue they had this book. The bag was in, it looked like it was in there for 10 years. I bring it up to the counter. I'm like, all right, if they, obviously this isn't priced. If they want to give me a decent price, I'm fine with that. If they'll have to, price it at the counter because it's not priced. Whatever. I don't care. I want the book. And they freaking give me a price that was like two times eBay.
Wow.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. I'm doing you favors and buying these books for you, and I don't understand. That's another thing I don't understand. When people I feel like some shop owners get pissed when I don't know, when you buy a bunch of books and they're like, oh, you're just a speculator. And it's like I'm giving you business.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm not allowed in a couple stores. No, seriously, they're like, you make money on comics. I'm like, dude, you make
That's
money.
what you're
on
doing.
comics.
Yeah,
Like
that. Yeah.
counterpoint.
I will never understand that the snob. I have a couple LCS. I have great relationships. They're great guys, but then there's a couple shops and they kind of give you a look and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a spec book, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, and then, I don't know. They're just
So it's my favorite character. I want the book.
why are you mad at me for freaking buying a book from you and making you money? I will never understand that.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that the shops in my area, they're all great people, so I haven't had anything like this. But
yeah,
it's
That's
definitely
all you
out
can
there.
ask for, Wes.
shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
We got
You won't really end it, Joey. You just tell them it's not my fault. I'm better at your job than you.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
That is why I'm not allowed in one of the LCSs
Did you
because he
say
got mad. He got mad because I didn't tell him I own CBSI. And I was like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? He's like, you're just making money off them. I'm like, I'm literally coming into your priced books and paying you asking price. If I buy a gallon of milk and go hawk it for $10, that's good for me, man. Right? Right.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Running long because I'm angry. Sorry. I'm shut up.
All right, that was what grinds our gears for this episode. What else? I forget what else I put on here. Picks of the week, man. Let's get into it. Okay. Foom number 9, the special cosmic issue, classic Jim Starlin cover, Silver Surfer, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock. I love the red. This is crazy, and I don't have it. I wish I had it so bad. But here's the thing. I'm going to pick this book up at Terrificon if I can find it. I really hope so. And obviously Jim Starlin is going to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting it signed by him, man. And I'm going to get it signed in red right on that surfboard.
Nice.
Very excited for that. That's my pick of the week. And our picks of the week, by the way, if you're new here, it could be a spec book, could be a book we just read, could be just a book we like, just a book we want to talk about,
Yeah.
So I've been very much getting into Jim West. You really got me into freaking down.
Starlin's my favorite creator out of everything.
So West got me going down this cosmic rabbit hole, the Adam Warlock stuff, the Dreadstar stuff. I picked up 2 first Dreadstars today too for $1.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is just a really cool cover. Starlin's the man. I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff signed by him, and I'm gonna get a sketch from him too, definitely. But
Nice.
Wes, your pick of the week is another Starlin book.
I mean, Joey's going with Starlin. I'm going to go with it too with Warlock 15, which, I mean, it's the first cover appearance of Gamora, but other than that, it's fantastic cover here. Very much like Infinity Gauntlet 1, which I find interesting, with like the main character in the middle and then all the ones around him. And it's a great run too, with when Starlin revamped it and took over from when Roy Thomas was writing it. And I mean, just great cover, great book.
Dude, I'll tell you what. This, I have this, and I'm gonna get this signed by Starlin just because you put it out there. But this is what's the Strange Tales 178
Yeah,
or 60?
Magnus, or
It's
there's
the,
no Strange Tales 168.
Oh my
It's
God.
or no, sorry. There's Strange Tales 168 is the last one before the 12 cent before it goes to
Voodoo.
Yeah.
Brother Voodoo.
Voodoo's 169. Yeah.
Yeah, Voodoo's 169. So it must be 178. Yeah, First Magnus. You know what I'm talking. You know the book I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of a similar pose, and it's a little bit of a similar cover with space in the background and Warlock up front, looking kick ass. Yeah, I dig this a lot. I dig Starlin, man. Wes, you got me down this freaking down the Starlin rabbit hole, dude.
I agree. It's an awesome cover. I like the whole. Is it 10 to 15? Is the Starlin run?
He started on 9, I believe.
Okay. Cool. I only know 10 because it's the Thanos origin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it right there behind me.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy. If you want to talk Marvel Cosmic, you talk to this guy, man.
When Guardians came out, man, I like Starlin anyway because who doesn't? But
Yeah.
Guardians sent you down this rabbit hole of Warlock that we're still waiting on.
Dude, I'll tell you what, that book is undervalued. 165.
Yeah.
That book
And
is,
the Cocoon and the FF68. 78.
and I see I have two. Oh my God, is it Premiere 1?
Yeah, Marvel Premiere 1.
Marvel Premiere 1. I got 2 copies of that I picked up at Little Giant.
Yeah, I've got mine up there too.
I picked up one from Terry too. Shout out to him. That book has been. I've seen that heating up. That's a really cool cover, and that's the first time he's called Adam, right?
Yeah. Also the first appearance of the Soul Gem too, which is cool.
First solo. Oh God, Soul Gem. But dude, I think Thor 165 is the book. And Wes, you freaking bastard, you bought it. You got it before me. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So what grade is that? 5.5.
5.0.
5.0, dude. That's
It's a real book.
That's a
Yeah.
cool book, dude.
Great Kirby cover, and
That is a cool freaking book. I'm jealous, Wes. Anyway, Ben.
yeah, I just need to get a Fantastic Four 67. Then I have all the
Yeah.
major Warlock keys.
Yeah, dude.
Couldn't remember what number it was. I should know that.
So, dude, I've been telling people. I think I have like early onset dementia, man. I just have so much stuff and information in my brain about comic books, and then I'm forgetting this other stuff, and then other stuff comes in, and I'm like,
Half the time, you don't know what day of the week it is.
oh yeah. Well, we've had this discussion many times where I'm like, Wes, what day is it? Because we're doing our video schedule release and everything. Yeah. But Ben, let's get into your pick of the week. I really dig this one. I actually never seen this book.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time Ben Riley's Spider-Man.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And Ben
Okay.
Riley, super spoilers. Anyone who does not want to get FCBD books ruined for them, mute me out. Ben Riley's the new Spider-Man. They're going to reveal it in FCBD.
Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
Told you, spoiler warning,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, didn't they
No,
like release
I-
the whatever it's called when they're like, these are the new books coming out, and like Peter Parker's in a coma or whatever. Like,
Yes,
So-
and everyone assumed it was going to be Ben Riley. And I think it's Web 111 or 114. It's a yellow cover. It's a first appearance of Ben Riley, but I think this is actually the book to get.
Yeah.
And I don't like, I like movie spec because it's easy and it pays really well. Comic spec based on comics throws me off, but I think this one, I think this is going to be I mean, it's Spider-Man. People are going to back up and be like, oh, we need that now.
Cool cover.
well, and with Spider-Verse 2, he could show up in it. And
Especially considering if they're going to do it in the comics, they're usually doing it for a reason. Comics don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Movies and cartoons and Disney Plus makes lots of money.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
well, it's like when we did our interview with Jed McKay. He was saying that the only reason he got to write the Taskmaster miniseries and the Moon Knight series is because they were going to be in movies and have a show coming out. So,
and that's what they do. They hype. They want to get the comic fans hyped up for it. But Murph has a good point. I saw there's a red webbing variant that is. Ben, do you have that?
No, I went newsstands. I bought like 30 copies of the regular lenticular, and then I bought up every newsstand I could. This is like
So you're set.
This is like January or February, because Brent from IG Comic Store was like, "Hey, you know what's an undervalued book?" I was like, "What?" And he told me, I'm like, "Oh man, you're right." Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. That Spider-Man title needs a revival, though, which is good that they're. I was reading that. I had to get it off my pull list. I'm a big Spider-Man guy. Favorite character. One of my favorite characters, but I wasn't digging it.
I've wanted to hop on Spider-Man, but probably once they get the new team on it, I will. But just from what I've heard, it's not the best.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we're talking comic book, like speculation on actual comic book stories and everything, dude. Venom was my introduction to that, man, and that's kind of when I first started in the game when Venom 26 was coming out, and that's how it's. Yeah, right.
I'm so old, Jesus.
Yeah, right. But dude, I remember my first conversation with Jay was I was talking to him about Virus and who's Virus, and I'm like, yeah, man.
Well, how many copies of that do you have? Yeah.
It was not the 26 that I bought. I bought like 10 copies of the 26. This was young, dumb, Joey, like a year ago. but 30 copies of Venom 27. Yeah. I'm that guy.
I only made the face because I
turned out.
I don't want to talk about it. But hey,
I bought a dozen of the PGX. I mean the previews. You know the pop variant, the Carnage pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're not alone.
Dylan kind of panned out though. I was I mean, I'm excited for that. I'll tell you what. And I think we could see Codex coming in because Dylan's the Venom now. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, it all depends on what Al Ewing wants to do, but
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Jay got me on that series, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, I spent so much money on books because of him. But yeah, Jay Salsa, yes, I do have the same email. But yeah, guys, I might have missed it. I don't really check my email that much, Jay Salsa. If you sent me one, I probably missed it, to be honest. But anyway, guys, that is our show. Again, let's go over this announcement again because it was exciting. Let me backtrack here. If you haven't figured it out yet, Future Specs, CBSI, we're doing big stuff every other week. Sleeper Keys, going to be 3 books on our show, 1 book on the site.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really dope. And then
super excited.
Once a month, I'm going to be doing Confessions of a Comic Hunter. Do a little write up. I'll tell you what, I'm not the best writer, but
or salesman. What are you doing?
no, I am. Well, hey, you know what? I've only ever entered 2 writing contests, and I've got 3rd place in your writing wars, and I got 2nd place or 3rd place in a VFW writing contest in elementary school. So I actually might be a good writer. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to be doing Confessions of a Comic Hunter, going on my hunts. This one today, we'll be talking about that. We got like 1 minute before East Meets West comes on. But yeah, Ben, thank you for coming on. Actually,
thank you guys.
I want to go over pickups, recent pickup, because I don't know throw this off. Picked up this for this week. And it is a suit. See, I don't know if you can see, but there's a I don't know, a crease. I don't know what you call it. Line down there.
Subscription crease.
I don't think it is because it doesn't break color. It's like It's
Yeah, but that's still the subscription. They folded it in half, threw it in an envelope, and mailed it.
no, actually, I'll tell you what it was. But I actually just realized this. So what they had was they had these books. They had these books stacked up, right? And then they had rubber bands. Rubber bands going on the rubber bands. They had I got 20 books. They put rubber bands here and rubber band going this way. That's why it's like that. I just realized that. Press it, but dude, with the press, this is probably a 9092. So I'm really happy to own this book. And actually,
that's an awesome find.
I love this book, man. This was on my 2021 want list. Got it. Gonna get signed by Neil Adams. I don't know. I heard he was a dick, but
I met him once.
Is he cool?
He was incredibly cool when I met him, but to be fair, I met him at 2014-2015 show when the other artist signing was Stan Lee.
Oh,
So Adams had like one dude at his table, and it was me. So like,
yeah.
I got like 12 books signed. He charged me for like 3, and like,
Oh wow.
we talked about stuff because he was just like, so.
I heard good things, and I've heard that he charged somebody, or he wanted somebody after getting a book signed. He wanted to charge somebody $10 to get a picture with him, and I was like, and
That's accurate.
Like on their cell phone.
He's kind of
Yeah, not like the professional ones that they have there.
Yeah,
just
he's
just a selfie.
He's the Gene Simmons of comic book creators.
Yeah, with a real junk attitude.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to probably get this signed by him. Really nice copy. At that same auction, man, there was a Batman 181 Poison Ivy. There was a first Batgirl, and there was a first Silver Age Scarecrow, all in one lot. And I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna buy these. I get there, freaking coupons cut out. There's writing on the back of the book. There's writing on
not
the
worth it.
title, and I was like, I'm out. But anyway, I digress. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the show. Obviously, big show. We're very excited to do stuff with CBSI. Ben, thank you for coming on. It was
I
great.
appreciate
awesome.
you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I had fun. You guys have a wild amount of perspective, and it's very different from the crotchety cave I live in. So it's nice.
Oh, yeah, man. Awesome, man. Yeah, guys, thank you for coming out. Ben, thank you. Everyone, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Catch us Wednesday. I'm dropping a What I'm Going to Buy at Terrificon video. And then Saturday, in 6 days, first Sleeper Keys episode. That's going to be huge. I'm very excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, peace.
See you.